Welcome to The Explainer. In this one, we're digging into a really complex, ambitious vision for a whole new kind of internet, a new kind of economy, and maybe even a new kind of society. And it's all detailed in this collection of business plans, social media posts, and an autobiography. So let's just jump right in with a simple but pretty radical idea that's at the heart of this whole thing. What if there was a social media network designed not just to connect you, but to actually pay you for your attention?
And this is the concept at the core of a massive vision called Love Transcends. It's got huge promises to fix online toxicity, completely reshape the digital economy, and it all kicks off with an app that, it looks familiar, but it's supposed to operate on a completely different principle.
So you're probably wondering, how is this any different from the apps we already use every day, right? Well, the entire structure is built around creating more meaningful, more intentional relationships online. Yeah, it's all built on this pretty unique three-tiered system. See, unlike other platforms where you just collect thousands of friends you don't even know, this one makes you work for it. If you don't actually interact with your fanships or friends, boom, the connection gets downgraded or even cut. The whole point is to force you to be intentional, to really think about who gets your time and your attention.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. To understand this project, you have to understand the founder's story. The source documents make it super clear. This isn't just a business plan, it's a deeply, deeply personal mission. The founder, John Jasper Strongman, describes a life that has just been filled with some really profound trauma. We're talking everything from childhood abuse and being sent away to institutions, to a misdiagnosed mental health condition and an HIV diagnosis. And he says very clearly that all of these experiences are what fuel his mission to fix the systems he sees as broken.
And this quote, right from his autobiography, just hits the nail on the head. It makes that connection explicit. The vision isn't just some tech idea. It's presented as something forged in fire, a direct result of a lifetime of personal suffering and this desire to completely transform society.
So, and this is a really crucial point to get, the social media app, that's not the end game, not even close. It's actually designed to be the financial engine for something way, way bigger.
And that bigger thing is called the chain of love transcends. You can think of it like this interconnected ecosystem of nonprofits, where every single part is designed to support and strengthen all the others.
And when you look at the links in this chain, it's pretty comprehensive. You've got services for in-home addiction recovery, an online thrift store to create jobs, a plan for sustainable, self-sufficient safe houses, even a food bank. It's basically an entire social safety net all rolled into one. And this is how it all connects back. It's actually a pretty clever strategy. The money, the revenue from the for-profit social media app, that's what's supposed to flow directly into funding all of these nonprofit projects. So the app makes the cash that fuels the mission. See how that works?
Okay, so this is where the vision gets really, really ambitious. We're moving beyond just a social safety net now. We're talking about completely overhauling the entire advertising economy as we know it.
Get this. The plan, laid out right there in the documents, is to set up a nonprofit that would take 75% of all advertising income made in the United States and just put it right back into citizens' pockets. I mean, that's a massive, fundamental redistribution of wealth.
So what does that actually mean? Well, think about how it works now. Advertisers pay platforms, the platforms keep all that money, and you get a free service. In the Love Transcends model, it's totally different. Advertisers pay the nonprofit, and that nonprofit pays you for your attention. Your attention stops being the product and becomes a paid asset. You literally get paid for engaging.
Now, the vision here is huge, right? One projection even claims users could be earning up to $100 a day. But what's interesting is that a hypothetical internal analysis brings that number way down to earth, suggesting something more like $5 a day. It even notes that the bigger goal is pretty unrealistic with how the industry works now. So you can really see this massive gap between the grand, world-changing vision and a more, let's say, grounded reality check.
All right, so there's one final layer to all of this, and you find it in the founder's raw, unfiltered social media posts. And if you look at them over a few years, you can see this pretty profound personal transformation, a shift from being an activist to, well, something else entirely.
So if you go back to his early Instagram posts, like from 2017, 2018, the focus is super clear. It's all activism. You see hashtags about HIV awareness, mental health, fighting stigma, all things that connect directly back to his personal story.
But then, you jump forward to late 2021, and whoa, the language does a complete 180. The hashtags become,
Well, messianic. He's claiming to be the second coming of Jesus, reborn to save all of humanity.
And the claims in these posts are just incredible. We're talking about stating he was ending COVID with pure magic, declaring himself a demigod and the modern Jesus of all souls. At this point, you can see the business plan has completely merged with his personal, spiritual crusade.
So at the end of the day, what have we unpacked here? It's a vision that's part tech startup, part massive social safety net, and part spiritual crusade. And it all seems to stem from one person's documented and very profound experience with suffering. It's a complex, super ambitious, and deeply, deeply personal plan to try and heal both an individual and the world.